Hey everyone, it's Jonathan, and today we're talking about a series of Christmas specials that have kind of flown under my radar. I knew they existed, but I'd never made it a point to watch them. Prep and Landing. I asked Rachel to join me for this one because I knew she was a fan of this series. Plus, there was a brand new special out this year, which she hadn't been aware of until I suggested this, so she was eager to join me as I finally checked this off my list. Were you familiar with Prep and Landing before today?
Yeah, and I was a big fan. We actually did a whole episode of Talking Disney Classics on it, me and Stanford. So yeah, I've seen all the new ones and I was really excited I've seen all of them and I was really excited to hear there was gonna be a new one.
Okay. I feel like I might have seen the first one because when I watched it for the podcast, I was like, some of this seems vaguely familiar, but it wasn't something that if I saw it once. So
Did
I did
you
not
get
remember.
that the Disney Shorts compilation, that DVD that they did with like they
Actually, yes, because I just pulled that out today because I was trying to find, there's like a little short called Tiny's Big Adventure. I was trying to find that.
Okay,
Couldn't
so
find it.
it
I
was
thought it,
on there. That's probably where you saw it.
okay,
Prep and Landing was on there.
okay. Yeah, I pulled that out. I got that because I got that a few years ago because you and I did a podcast on all the missing Fantasia shorts, and some of that was
Mm-hmm.
on that, so I bought that DVD for that.
Okay, yeah. That's probably where you first saw it then.
It might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I've seen it, I've only seen it once.
I think that the short, they actually did a Prep and Landing actual DVD release
Hmm.
with Naughty Nice and the Secret Santa and I think that additional short was on there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have that, so I did not get to see the shortest short. So, have you seen the shortest, the one, the Tiny's Big Adventure?
I did, but I didn't rewatch it for this because I knew you hadn't seen it. So
Okay.
it's not fresh on my mind, but I know I have seen it.
Okay. Well, let's start with the first one, the original Prep and Landing. This came out in
Hmm
2009, and I don't think I saw it when it first came out. Like maybe I did see it from that DVD, that because some of it felt vaguely familiar, but I did not remember most of the story as I was watching it.
Yeah, I don't know when I first saw it, but it's so cute. I love the designs. I love the everything, about it. It's really fun.
It was better than I thought it was going to be. I kind of went in expecting it to be kind of cheesy. I feel like when it comes to like Santa things, I feel like I'm a Grinch 'cause there's very few Santa things that I really like.
I
Like,
mean, and I've noticed this before in the past. Like, is cheesy for you just like a guaranteed negative? Like it seems like that's sort of a pejorative in your world. Whereas like for me, like something can be cheesy and that's kind of not necessarily a bad thing.
I think maybe in the past, I think it's slowly changing for me. Like I used to hate watching bad movies, but since got to know Nikki from Trivial Theater and Dan from TYT Reviews, who love bad movies, like horrible movies, they love them. I think it's so fun. I think they're
Yeah.
slowly changing me.
I mean, I guess I look at something that's sort of like comforting and sweet and like that's what I sort of think of when I think of something that's cheesy,
Okay.
something that's and sometimes I'm just in the mood for that. Sometimes I want
Hmm.
something, then not necessarily, but then I like see something that's like bad, like the fun bad to me is very different than something that's like gooey and like
Yeah, that's
cheesy.
true. I think in the past I've kind of lumped it all together into
Hmm
anything that wasn't perfect. I used to have extremely high standards, like things must be perfect or I'm going to nitpick
hmm
everything. I think I'm slowly getting away from that mindset, which is probably for the best.
Because I definitely don't want like gritty realism all the time. Sometimes I want something that's
No, yeah,
cheesy.
yeah.
Something that's a little wholesome,
Hmm.
corny, like I don't know. I just that's something I think about sometimes is sometimes you want something that's cheesy.
Hmm. Especially for a short Christmas special, it doesn't need to be an epic masterpiece.
Right.
So with this one, I recognized a couple people in the cast. I did not recognize immediately Dave Foley as Wayne, the main character, but his
Hmm.
voice sounded familiar. So I looked him up. I was like, oh, wait, he was Flick in A Bug's Life.
Oh.
And then Sarah Chalk as McGee, the commander elf, like the person in charge. I recognized her because, like, I used to love Scrubs back in the day. She was one of the main characters on Scrubs.
Yeah. And Dave Foley, a lot of people know him from Kids in the Hall, the
Okay.
comedy show. It's
I
like
recognize the name, but I don't know what that is.
it's kind of like Saturday Night Live kind of
Okay.
skits and silly, shows that they did. And he was also on News Radio, the show News Radio.
That's another one I recognize the name, but I have never seen it.
Mm,
But
that was
Derek
pretty
Richardson
funny.
as Lanny, I did not recognize him at all. I didn't know. I looked him up and I didn't notice anything on his IMDb that I recognized.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know that name, but voice
And
actor.
W. Morgan Shepherd as Santa. I didn't think I recognized him, but he was in at least one episode of Doctor Who years and years ago, and I vaguely remember his character, so I have seen him in something, but his voice wasn't immediately recognizable to me.
Hmm.
But I thought this was a creative spin on the Santa myth, having these elves come in and prep the landing site for Santa, get everything ready. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, like you, not anymore, but like cheesy is how I used to think of anything having to do with Santa, like trying to explain him. But I kind of liked, like, it didn't seem as cheesy to me this time. Maybe it's because I'm kind of getting over that, but I liked the explanations and like the gear and stuff that they gave these elves.
Yeah, it's really cute. That's the word I would use. Cute,
Hmm.
not cheesy.
Yeah, that's probably a better word for it. I think cheesy is still something that's just stuck in my head from years of just thinking Santa was cheesy. But the main gist of at least the first one is just introducing you to this version of Santa and his elves, mainly the elves and how they do their jobs, which is
Hmm.
going ahead of Santa and scoping out every house and making sure everything is perfectly ready for him to land so he can get in and get out in the shortest time
Yeah.
possible.
Well, and you get the impression that the prep and landing team is kind of a is viewed as sort of a lower level elves, not
Hmm.
the prestige, and so Wayne is hoping to get the big promotion there, and then when he doesn't get it, he gets upset, and it causes him to get on the naughty list for a little bit, and he's acting out, which is fun.
Hmm.
In Lanny, the new elf, he's very excited, he's very energetic, and we find out at the end that that's why Santa given him to Wayne, because he knew he would do a good job, but he
Hmm.
had seen it as some kind of insult.
Lanny kind of reminded me of Linguini in Ratatouille.
I can see that. Yeah, he's he's very like enthusiastic.
Hmm. But yeah, it's a pretty simple story. It's only 20 minutes, but I thought it was cute. It was better than I
Hmm.
was expecting. And I think they kind of get better from here, actually. Sometimes when
Hmm.
they start making sequels to things, it kind of goes downhill, but I think this, if I was to rank them, this might be my least favorite because I think they kind of mostly kept getting better.
Hmm.
I think the third one is my favorite, but the second one, I it was very short. It was like 10 minutes or less, but I liked that they added Betty White as Mrs.
Yeah, that was
Claus.
fun. That was fun. Yeah.
She has such a great voice.
Yeah, I mean, if they decided to do a little prep and landing series, I would watch that. I think it's really really cute. there's I don't know, you don't see that many just cute characters that much from Disney anymore,
Hmm.
so it's fun.
I feel like this, like they just released one this year for Disney Plus. I kind of feel like that's the perfect medium for this, like a yearly animated
Hmm.
special, if they wanted to do
Yeah.
one every year. I feel like that's the perfect way to do it. Have a Disney Plus exclusive that also
Yeah.
airs on ABC or wherever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, then and that's what they did. They aired this new one on ABC,
Hmm.
and so that's perfect for
Yeah.
this. Because they're putting hardly anything direct to Disney Plus anymore. I mean, we've got like, I mean, of course, there's series like Andor or something like that, but as
Hmm.
far as movies, there's not much
Yeah.
that's going straight to Disney Plus anymore. It's kind of crazy.
It is kind of weird because it seemed like they were going in that direction hard for a little while and now they're
Yeah,
pulling back.
very little. You got the Zombies movie and the Jonas Brothers movie, and that's about it.
Mm.
That was straight to Disney Plus.
Have you seen the Jonas Brothers movie?
I did. I
Is
actually
that
really
good?
enjoyed it. It's actually good.
I remember they used to have a sitcom on the Disney Channel, which I watched some
Uh-huh.
of. I don't think I ever finished it because I think it changed halfway through.
It's like a full-on musical, this movie, the
Oh,
Very
really?
Jonas movie.
That makes
Like
sense. That
singing
makes
in the,
sense.
not
Yeah.
just like, but I thought, oh, this is going to be like a concert type musical with them like
Hmm.
performing. No, they're like in the streets singing like musical.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I'm gonna love that, of
Yeah.
course.
The main thing I remember about their show is that they did a music video about like a pizza place. I
Uh-huh.
don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't
There's a
remember the
joke
whole
about that
thing.
in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because for a while when that show was on, but like that was during a window of time where I was watching a bunch of Disney Channel stuff with my cousin, and that pizza song, for
Yeah.
whatever reason, became a favorite thing that we kept replaying. I should look that up. I have not thought of
Yeah.
that in probably a decade or more. Well, anyways, Prep and Landing, the second short was very short. It was just them trying to retrieve something for Mrs. Claus so she could finish a
Yeah.
present for Santa.
I wonder, have you seen Arthur Christmas from Aardman? Arthur Christmas?
I don't know if I have or not. That was one that I was going to do for the podcast back probably first year of the podcast. And then it
I
kind of,
absolutely love it, but it is very similar. So I wonder if they were at all inspired by Prep and Landing,
mm,
because Prep and Landing came out in 2009 and Arthur Christmas came out in 2011. And especially the elves in Arthur Christmas, very similar,
hmm, interesting.
and sort of the military precision. Because it's about these Santa has these two sons. One has like turned everything into this military operation, and then you have Arthur who's still reading all the letters and making sure that everybody gets their presents, and then he finds out that one girl didn't get her present, and he's very upset by that, and the military brothers kind of like, oh well, it happens, and he's horrified by that. And it's
That
a
doesn't sound
really good
familiar.
little
I wonder
movie.
if maybe I haven't seen this. Because I remember talking to somebody about doing it for the podcast and then it kind of fell through and I don't think I ever watched it.
It's very good. You can watch it on Tubi for free
Oh,
if
really?
you
You
want.
can watch
Yeah.
so many things on Tubi. I
Yeah, I know.
I keep
Tubi's
finding
legit.
things to watch on Tubi for the podcast.
It's
So many
good.
random things.
Tubi's good.
Oh,
So,
maybe I'll have to do that for Christmas in July. I don't have time to add another thing for Christmas, but maybe that should be something I do for Christmas in July next year.
yeah. But yeah, the little short, it's cute. It's just them getting this item for they don't know what it is. It's just a circle for Mrs. Claus and their espionage to
Hmm.
get it, and it turns out it's the wheel for the first toy that he ever made. It's very
Yeah,
cute.
it was cute. I liked the scene at the end where she presented it to Santa. I kind
Yeah.
of like that they never show their faces. It just has them like in silhouette or just
Oh,
more of like,
Santa
yeah,
and Miss Claus. Yeah.
yeah. I think the third one is my favorite. The naughty or nice.
Hmm.
There was so much about that I don't know, it just amused me. I think my favorite part probably is when they're like breaking into the naughty child's house and then the music starts up and it's that I'm getting nothing for Christmas, but it's like a redone version of that
Oh
song.
yeah.
Like I love covers of things that are in a completely different musical genre. Like I've said it before, like one of my favorite albums years ago, a series of albums was the Disney Mania albums, where it was like pop and rock covers of Disney songs. This
Oh.
reminded me of that, and I'm kind of wondering, it's probably in the era of those albums being released, maybe at the tail end of them. So I'm wondering if like the same team that was doing that. I forgot to look up who did that. I don't know if it would be on Wikipedia or
I'm looking
not.
on Wikipedia.
But
This
that I
aired in 2011. I don't see.
oh,
But
it's a
yeah,
Michael
so
Giacchino? I didn't realize he did the soundtrack.
I think he did the music for all of them.
Oh, really? How did I miss that? That makes sense though.
Pretty sure. And yeah, Michael Giacchino, except for this most recent one, I guess wasn't him. There's 1 through 3, and then four was Christopher Willis.
Well, anyways, that
But
song
yeah,
was my favorite part. I really liked that cover.
yeah, that was fun.
I
And I mean,
also
the whole idea of the Coal Elf Brigade is fun.
Yes, I loved how the beginning opened as it seemed like it was doing the exact same thing as the first one. I was like, why are they repeating this? And then they reveal it's the coal elves instead because they're breaking into a naughty home. I thought that was a really clever twist.
Yeah. And you've got Wayne and his brother,
Yes.
Noel.
And who was his brother? Rob Riggle? I feel like I've seen him in something. I know who he is. He's one of those people who's just kind of in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he does a
I
lot of voice work.
He has a good voice. And then they also added Chris Parnell as another elf. He was another instantly recognizable voice for me.
Hmm.
The weirdest addition was it said Grace Potter as Carol. Grace Potter is like a pop star, but she had like one line at the end. She was like the buff barmaid because
Oh
she like
no.
sang a bit at the end. I was like, that's really strange that they got her in for just to sing one line.
Yeah.
Uh, when I saw her in the credit or in the cast on Wikipedia before I watched it, I thought they were going to give her a whole song, but then they didn't.
Huh. I wonder if there's probably a backstory behind that somewhere.
Probably.
But there's some rivalry between Wayne and Noel.
Yes. I really liked how they did all of that, like having them team up. Because again, it's another thing where I think if I'd have seen this when I was a kid, I would have thought it was cheesy that they're trying to explain the coal thing. But now it's just like, yeah, that's kind of clever.
Yeah, and then all the kids get transferred to the naughty list.
There was a bunch of stuff in here where it was like, this, again, as a kid, I would have been nitpicking this so hard, I would be like, that doesn't make any sense. But now I'm just like, I'm giving it fairy tale rules,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's just
And
amusing.
don't deny the power of the naughty list. The magic.
But yeah, this one is probably my favorite of all of the specials. Mostly probably because of that song. I just really liked that song.
Yeah. Well, there's such a wonderful tradition of animated shorts,
Hmm.
during the holidays, and so it's nice that not only did they make these, but that they're still adding onto it this year.
Yes.
And
There's
I
so
guess
many.
there's a whole Prep and Landing at Hollywood Studios. There's a whole thing they do.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. That
Hmm.
and when we did our episode,
Prep and Landing must be bigger than I
it's called
assumed.
Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, and they did projections.
So it's
I
not
guess
like a
it's not
ride,
there
it's like a
anymore. I
show.
guess it's over now, but
Okay. Well,
that's what
still,
they
the
had for a
fact that
long
they had
time.
it in a park, it, I- it must be bigger than I knew because, like, thought that this was like an obscure thing that hardly anybody knew about. But if they had a whole thing in the park, it must have
Yeah.
been something.
It was they can have really random stuff sometimes in the park, though. Wayne and Lanny, whose characters were key hosts in the park's former nighttime show Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, using projections on the Chinese theater to find Santa, showcasing holiday spirit through Disney classic characters and their own Christmas missions during the festive season.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the series kind of disappeared for a long time, but they brought it back this year, which is what gave me the idea to do this episode. So, what did you think of this new version? Because this was done by a different team. This was done by Disney Television Animation, as compared to the other one that was like the actual studio was working on it.
Mhm.
But I couldn't really tell a difference.
No, I couldn't tell the difference. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, it sort of felt like two shorts.
It
In one,
did.
you sort of had the seal one and then the island one, vacation one.
Mm. It kind of
And
made me wonder if it started as two shorts and they combined it into one.
I could see that. I could see that. And then they decided they wanted to air it on ABC and so and make it one. The I think the seal one was probably my favorite of the two.
Yeah, mine too. The I didn't really love the second half. The seal was my favorite part.
Yeah.
I didn't love the barf joke. Anytime it's something starts doing gross jokes, that took me out of it. I was like, oh great, we're going here now.
I think don't ever watch Monty Python: The Meaning of Life. Just a word to the
I
wise.
Monty Python is something like I like what I've seen of Monty Python, but I know what scene you're talking about, and I feel like I am going to watch it eventually, but I'm not looking forward to that.
That's the one thing I don't like in Pitch Perfect. I love Pitch Perfect. It's one of my favorite
Oh
comedies.
yes, yeah,
And
that's true. I
the
like those movies
puking.
also. That scene also. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like
I'm with
anytime
you
they do
though.
that, I'm like, why do we need this? I
Yeah.
don't want this.
But yeah, I mean it was fun. It was cute. I enjoyed it. It was just a nice little addition to the holiday season for me this
Hmm.
year.
Yeah, and I love baby seals. Like I love
That
baby
seal
animals, but
was
that seal is so cute.
it really was. It was adorable.
But yeah, it was a cute short. I enjoyed it. I liked the first half better than the second, so I think that's probably why it didn't like climb up to beating out the third one as my favorite. But it was cute.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, I think that's all I've got to say about Prep and Landing. I'm glad I finally watched these. I knew they existed, but they weren't ever a priority. But I'm trying to watch more animated Christmas specials, so when I heard there was a new one of these, I figured now is the time.
Yeah, and if people want to like do more of a deep dive, like I said, we covered it for Talking Disney Classics. We did it in 2023,
Okay.
so people
Yeah,
should
and
check it out.
if you haven't listened to Rachel's podcast, you should. And I'm on an episode earlier this year. We're talking about all the
True.
Lilo and Stitch movies.
You saved Stanford from from the misery.
Well, besides that one, is there any other places that people can find you online if they'd like more from you?
Oh yeah, I mean nobody covers Christmas more than me, especially over at Hallmarkies podcast. We've got all the Christmas movies covered in one way or another, so definitely check that out. I've also been hosting at the movie show KSL Movie Show on Friday mornings, and I would love if you check that out. Just look up KSL Movie Show. It's 11 o'clock Mountain and they have the episodes as a podcast if you don't get to listen to the live version. So take a look at that.
Yes, I've been trying to listen to some of the podcast versions because I find out about movies that I never knew
Oh,
existed.
cool. What do
I
you
don't
think? Do
get
you
out
like
to,
it?
yes.
Oh, yay.
Like they always say that you're subbing for somebody, so I'm like, I wonder how many she has left. I don't know. Like I'll probably still try and check it out, but it's like
Yeah,
it's more fun
I'm
to know that
enjoying it as
you're
long as
there.
I got.
Yeah,
So
that it helps me know what's coming out because otherwise I'm not up on movies as much as you are.
it's helped me even better. I thought I was doing pretty good, but it's up my game. Anyway, you can find me in all those places, so check it out.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining me for this one, and we'll see you again because we're going to be doing another episode pretty soon. So,
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for listening to this podcast on the John Cast Network. We'll be back soon with another episode, but in the meantime, make sure you follow my co-hosts. I'll have their links in the description, along with links to all our latest episodes, all my socials, and my Patreon, where you can find bonus and extended episodes, and get early access to most episodes, sometimes up to a week in advance. Make sure to subscribe to this show on whichever podcast platform you prefer, and follow the John Cast Network on YouTube for more podcasts covering all kinds of things beyond just what you'll find here. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you again soon.